Okay, apparently the Moon family has been like stealing from me for a while. And I'm like, can you leave me the fuck alone? They keep claiming that they have a lot of money, but if they're doing that, I don't think they do. I didn't know all of it was on loan. Like, they're in a lot of debt. And they're like trying to get me to marry a Jewish person because they told everyone that we're really close and that we're families and stuff. And, oh, they got repoed. Oh, yeah. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, so they were like telling everyone like I'm just this awful person, and then they're trying to like hide it by like forcing me to marry a Jewish person or something. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. The foster family was obviously involved in that. I think like Shauna was the one who said that because I literally told them to back off when I was a kid. And what ended up happening was that I wasn't apologizing. I was telling him to apologize. I don't know why he didn't understand this, but he's really stupid. He only goes by the legal system and he doesn't even understand that. So I was like, ooh, I don't know. Yeah, apparently the police just figured out what that was after filing a case, which they lost, stating that all my stuff was their stuff. And now they're all involved in said crime and they're all implicated and they're blaming me for it because they have narcissistic personality disorder. But their medical diagnosis isn't enough to cover their legal problems, which is, um, they did that. People with NPD don't do that kind of stuff, so they're just criminals with NPD, right? So they were doing that prior to the medical diagnosis, and their condition got worse and started doing more worse things after said diagnosis. So that's not really. Apparently, they're all going through psychosis, which is like delusional beliefs, hallucinations, the persecutory beliefs. So like they think that people are after them when they're the ones actually actively attacking other people. I know this part isn't the one that was stated, but like yeah, they're the ones actively targeting other people, hating random strangers, even though they believe that strangers are hating them. It's so fucked up. I think it's hilarious. I was like, it's literally straight out of a Korean drama. Like a Korean romance drama movie when the family was like, um, they get like repoed and they're like, oh no, and then go through like financial destitution and like their family has to go to prison and it's like a coming of age story of like love and drama and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't really care. But like, yeah, obviously the Canadian government was involved, and they like. Honestly, at first I thought they were intentionally doing this. No, they're really stupid. But unfortunately, I can't prove their intention to hurt me. So, I think that's what they're persecuting them for. I was like, how are you guys gonna like, you know? Oh, apparently, there's this YouTuber named like Joe Rogan. Wait, I think he's like a comedian too. He has a son named Logan Paul or something, and Jake Paul. Those are his kids, and one of them's like has narcissistic personality disorder. I think the other one's retarded or something. Apparently he had sex with some drug addict, and like his kids didn't turn out very well, and like I don't know why they're like. I thought he was a woman. Yeah, I thought that guy was like a terrorist transgender person. I was like, geez, what the fuck is your problem? But yeah, Erica's family was trying to blame me. They think life is a movie. Yeah, Erica thinks life is a movie, and so does the Moon family. Because that's all they watch all day, like movies and TV shows, and like no one really talks to them, and they think that like life is a movie, and like she thought that like Erica actually thought that like she can blame me, and like she got her parents involved to try to like convict me instead of her. I was like, that's fucked up. Like, this is why I was forced to hang out with her. I was like, this is why nobody wants to hang out with you, Erica. Because you keep thinking this shit. You know, every person that I actually hung out with when I saw her called her a loser, said she was a bitch, and that they didn't actually want to hang out with her anymore. But they didn't know how to say it. So she like got all these like really gross guys that like nobody really wants to be near involved to like rape me because they all hated her, especially because of how she was treating me because I was being a friend to her. And since like I knew her family and everything, I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And they're like, yeah, she's being a bitch. She's a huge bitch. This is why we don't actually like being friends with her. Nobody wants to hang out with her. She keeps on asking us to hang out with her, with us. I mean, and she like says that like she knows different people and like she thinks that like she can like just mooch off of us all the time. They even forced her to pay them back through food, right? They're like, can you go and get us food? At least Erica, like literally, like all you do is like mooch off of us, and like you owe us money. So like the least you can do is go to Tim Hortons and buy us something to eat for the morning. And she like acted like they were forcing her to do it, like she's just doing it on her own and just being a good person or something. I'm like, is she retarded or something? And I think that's what they were trying to tell me. Like they're like actually like I don't know if they're inbred. Maybe her cousin, maybe her parents are cousins or something. Every person that's like introduced themselves to her, she's like insulted, talk shit about, talk badly behind their back, and she would constantly steal. And I didn't know what to say because I didn't want her coming after me and like lying to everyone else about me, which is what. This is literally the reason why, because they knew she was stealing from department stores and stuff, and the only guys who actually like did whatever she asked was the one who stole too. So I'm just like, ew. And then she's like, I saw her steal at a department store before. She would switch the tags, and I was like, what do you want me to say? Oh, I should probably report that. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm like, she's like, yeah, you should do this too. And I was like, are you stupid? Why the fuck would I ever do that? Uh,
Please do your best to stay at least 2 meters or 6 feet away from other customers and TBC employees. Starting Thursday, July 2nd, customers will be required to wear a cloth mask or face covering when traveling on the TBC. Some exceptions apply. Please visit tbc.ca/mask for more information.
I didn't know what to say. I was like, she's crazy. Like, they're not normal, like, they're all crazy. And I was like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, you say you have a lot of money, but you keep on stealing and, like, you try to, like, cheat people. Like, I don't think you guys have that much money. I think they have inheritance money. That's what that was. And I think they were trying to swindle some poor woman out of her life savings because they found out she was Korean. And she was like 90 years old and she lived here. And like her family, she has no family that she speaks of or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't think that's their family. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But I think her parents are related. They're inbred. Yeah, I think it's like probably like second cousins or something, but still inbred. I was like, this is why they left Korea. Yeah, they would have died the minute people found out. I was like, wow. Like literally, people would have came by to their house, arrested them, and because it's illegal, right? Like incest is illegal, and then arrested them, put them in prison, and they would have died in prison because she would have already had kids by then, right? And they would have like ruined the gene pool, so they would have died. I hate them so much. I'm like, why would I like you after? Look, this is what I don't understand. Okay, so you're gonna steal from me. You're gonna spread libel and slander and propaganda against me because you stole from me. You don't even want to pay back. They have none of these people have given me back any of my things or reimbursed me for any of it. Right? And the entire time they were insulting me and telling me that they were better than me and that I don't deserve to be their friend or be their acquaintance or deserve to even live in their neighborhood. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe what you're saying. You don't even deserve to live in America. This isn't even technically your property. Like, I don't even think they got the property from the Americans. Like, you're supposed to purchase the residential units from the Americans if you want a property here. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But yeah. I was like, really like, it was annoying. I'm like, when do they ever stop with this shit? What, you think people want you guys alive after finding out you guys just been inbreeding here? It's fucking stupid. Yeah, good luck trying to raise your kids when everybody hates. Well, now they have to say no to these kids because they're inbred and they're gonna ruin the gene pool. Like, why would anybody want to be with people like that? And inbred people, you know, they have mental problems because they're inbred. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, if you're gonna be inbred, just kill yourself. Honestly, other than like going through the torture of being a slave. You know, you may not actually be a slave, but you're gonna be treated as one because you're inbred. It's so stupid. But I hate them, and I'm like, why would I like these people? Oh, I don't know you, but you steal from me. You say I'm a bitch, cunt, and then you force me to like be near you and be your friend, and you're like now trying to get me to teach you all these things that I know by force. I'm not gonna do any of that shit. And then you're telling me that now I have to like you? Are you insane? Why would anyone like that kind of person? Oh, I just saw you trying to steal from us innocent woman. Oh, I just saw you trying to steal candy from a fucking baby. I'm like, why the fuck would I want to be near that kind of person? It's clearly a crazy person. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, also the foster dad's crazy. He's like seriously guilty and he's getting convicted in Korea. And I was like, how are you guys gonna be able to afford living here? They're gonna, like, how? Who's gonna wanna have you run as like in their neighborhood or whatever? Like, they're so stupid. And the homeless shelter people, they're just stalking me and like telling me that they're terrified. He lives in the homeless shelter. Oh my god. It was the cops who were getting involved in trying to promote him. Yeah, he lives in a homeless shelter. Lil Pump. He lives in a youth shelter or something. Apparently, like, his family wasn't doing so well, managed to get out of the youth shelter and started hating everybody who was homeless, and like their goal was to kill everyone who's homeless or something. I'm like, the fuck? Way to internalize that weird hatred that people are giving you, most likely the police, and then they start going along with the police. Even though they're the ones like giving them all that shit and giving them all the problems, and I was like, you're crazy. You're literally crazy. Like, I don't know, he has problems, and I was like, you just leave me the fuck alone.